Hi, thank you for coming to my channel. I had to talk about this. I've had intentions on talking about pregnancy, having kids, my tips and tricks and things like I 100% wanted to know when I was a first time mom, as I'm pregnant with my second, which is a boy. Let me show you guys. I will be 7 months tomorrow, so 28 weeks tomorrow. Yeah, this is where I'm at. It's been so different than my first, which is so beautiful and amazing, because I remember when I had my daughter, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I said, I wanted to experience having a boy and a girl. And it's so different. So different. Some people have opposite symptoms that I do with their boys and girls, but I got a super easy pregnancy with my girl. But we're gonna go a little more into depth about why it was different and what I would have done differently, because I was still a kid when I had my daughter, so I was just a completely different person, with no, although I reflected a lot in my life, I didn't have as much reflection as I do now, or, wisdom. Of course, we get smarter with time. But the main thing in this video is unboxing the Mom Cozy Air 1. So, something I never thought I would have done was breastfeed for almost 2 years. I breastfed for 22 months. And in 2023, when I had her, I was dealing with the Mom Cozy M5, and this is the Air 1. So I was dealing with the M5. I have it here in one of my drawers. It's like this thick, and it did the job, but it gave me a hard time because of the, like, you could because it was, what is the word, pregnancy brain, but because it was easy, it was portable. That's why I loved it, because at first I was dealing with like the cords and stuff, and I was like, heck no, I'm not gonna be here for 30 minutes, So once I switched to portable and I bought those M5s, it was a game changer. But compared to what they have in the market now, like the best on the market right now, game changer. But today it's a game changer, I'm sorry, because the way they have upgraded the things that I couldn't stand on that M5, which was the bulkiness, the way it would spill. If I would like bend down and pick something up, it would either fall off or spill. And the way like you couldn't set it down, a lot of things. But I wasn't an exclusive pumper, Good thing I wasn't a pumper. I legit only breastfed for 22 months, which was crazy. So I really want to pump this time around, because obviously breast milk is the best thing you could give them. But I think I will incorporate some formula at night, because what I noticed, that of course it was such a blessing to like have a chubby baby while I was breastfeeding, but she was just wanted it all the time. So I think there was a point where the breast milk wasn't enough, but that's all she wanted. So it's like she was on there for 22 months straight. No lie. Like, she still is not a big eater. So yeah, I just want to make sure this baby coming up is more full. So this is what I recommend. My priority when I had her was to breastfeed. So as long as I did that, I was fine. But now I want to make sure, like, since I have a baby already, make it a little bit easier on myself. I kind of gave myself as much responsibility, and I legit fed her like every 10 minutes, you know, from my boobs. So I don't want to do that this time around. I want to make sure they're full. I want to make sure anybody could feed them, because I was with her 24/7 because nobody could feed her, you know, and she would take bottle, but in the beginning, but it wasn't something guaranteed. So yeah. These babies though, I got them. These are $350 pumps. I got them through my insurance. The biggest company out there is the Aeroflow website, but they weren't offering these. So I got them off One Natural Way. The website is called One, not ONE. No, One, just put the number One Natural Way. And these were offering them. The insurance I have is TRICARE. So this is what they gave me, and I was just like so excited till the day I found out. Because first, the Aeroflow were offering me the M9s. And although I was so excited to get the M9s, I was like, I wonder if I could get the Air 1s. And I had to switch over and look for there was another website, which was the One Natural Way, and sure enough. So I'm so excited. I got these in yesterday. So something new about them are they don't spill. They have this little tapa, this top, and they're like half the size, so they're not going to be bulky. They hopefully will not be so noticeable. I don't know how they sound, and then you could put them in the charge and just charge them instead of having to charge them individually. I don't know how that would work. I don't know, you know, because you can't be am I going to want to put my dirty, you know, milky breast pumps in there? I don't know. So I don't know how that's going to work. And I don't know if there's like the option to still charge them on their own, which I don't think so. But the best thing, the M9s also had the nipple adjustment and like the suction. The ones I use, the M5s, we're in 2026, 3 years ago, they didn't have that nipple thing, and now they have those nipple things to really suction. Like if you move or like bend down, they should suction, like be stuck to you more. And those M5s have nothing. They're like plastic, you know, it was hard plastic. So they have that. But the main thing is that these are so thin. And since I really want to pump this time around, because I don't want to be the only one feeding my child again. That was so rough. So instead of doing that, I really want to pump. So I really want to have a discreet pump. You know what I mean? I'm not going to deal with any of the plugins, you know, the hospital grade ones. I'm not dealing with any of those. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just trying them out. As a first-time mom, I did not know what I was doing. And they're the first ones that you could like, they're open all the way so you can like see the milk. Like as you look down, and they're super small. So I think that's what's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to open these up for you guys. It says everything. Let me make sure this is everything. It comes with the box. The only thing about these are, I think they have like a lot of parts, unfortunately, but it's all good. And, but yeah, these are like the smallest pumps on the market. So yeah, imagine like the power of a big pump to be in a small little pump. And even the travel case is like very small from what I've looked into. So I'm so excited. Like this is like such a blessing to get this pump, guys. I feel ecstatic on top of the world. So we're going to be unboxing them today as a mom that has experienced breastfeeding. But if I would give advice to any first-time mom right now, I would say, well, three tips, which are really random. They might not, help you out, but this is what helped me. I was pretty skinny and healthy before I got pregnant for the first time, and I didn't know anything about fiber much, and so yeah, I never took it. I didn't know anything about fiber. I was always skinny, I wasn't so skinny, but I was like very healthy. But I never took fiber, my whole pregnancy. And I started off with probably the roughest advice or the nastiest advice, but just take your fiber. Take your fiber. Take fiber every day, anytime you can. And if you want to take a break from it, sometimes I'll take a break from it. Like I'll use chia seeds, I'll use fiber gummies, I'll use, the powder fiber. I'll try to eat like lots of fruits. This time around, I'm like going crazy on the fruits. Well, I legit love fruit like this pregnancy. But there's also things that I don't like. Like I didn't like water. I was nauseous this pregnancy in the beginning, in the very, very beginning, until I took my prenatal, which I highly recommend, 1 a day prenatal. That's the one that helped my nausea. But yeah, when I feel like the fiber isn't working, cut out the fiber, just eat some fruits or don't, and then hop on the fiber again and make sure that everything is coming out, because if it's not, you're gonna regret it. I had gained 75 pounds my first pregnancy, which is crazy, but don't overeat. Literally, if you're a healthy person, just keep doing what you're doing. Act like you're not even pregnant, and just try to eat as healthy as you can, and don't overeat, because it's not beneficial. It's not beneficial. It didn't benefit me at all. I took all the advice of eating, and I gained so much weight, and it was so hard on me. I didn't become obese, but I borderline became obese. Yeah, just eat how you would normally eat. You can, I definitely, since it's a boy, I feel like I crave his dad's cravings, like burgers and fruit. What else? And like chicken and like I guess not manly things, but that's just what he craves. Like that's the type of things he likes to eat. And the second thing, so take your fiber. The second thing would be if you're like me and you have terrible posture, fix your posture. I had a breech. She was breech. My first child was breech. And I truly feel like because my posture was bad and I gained a lot of weight and I went on a long flight. So don't go into Australia and those long flights. Don't do that to yourself. Even if you're 20 weeks, whatever the case is, don't do that to yourself. Relax. Keep yourself elevated. If you don't have to work, don't work. For some reason, I decided to work the last month or two of pregnancy to try to save some money. No, I was swollen all the time. I will do anything this pregnancy to avoid getting to that swollen phase. But rest a lot, sleep a lot, so you don't get swollen. Okay, because once you get to that swollen phase, it's really hard to go back. Okay, so what was that one? Don't overeat because you're pregnant. I know I still overeat sometimes, but I try not to, but back then I felt like obligated to, like, oh, I'm pregnant, I have to eat everything. No. But of course I was very naive. Now I've, have some experience. So yeah, fiber, don't overeat. And my first pregnancy, this is a breast related thing. My first pregnancy, before then I had little small things. I never would wear bras to sleep, and I never wore bras to sleep. And then if I was chilling in the house, I never wore a bra either. I haven't took my bra off. I only take it off to shower. And I bought some really cozy, those jelly ones. You know, there's a lot of jelly ones that are in style right now or whatever, trending. And I think I'll never go back to Victoria's Secret or any of those or wired bras. Jelly bras all the way. So I haven't took off my bra. Get some jelly bras, some comfortable bras. Because if you don't and you have small ones, you're going to grow and you are going to get stretch marks everywhere. Not everywhere, on your boobs. My boobs were the main place I got stretch marks because I never wore a bra. And since they like went from like A's or B's to like D's and double D's, I got stretch marks because I didn't wear a bra. And I haven't had a single stretch mark this time around because I had obviously went back to my small size. I waited 2 years, my daughter's almost 3, to get pregnant again. So I wore a bra every second I can other than showering, and I haven't had a single stretch mark. So I highly recommend always wear a bra to avoid getting stretch marks because I got them very bad. They were like bright red and purple like all over my boobs because I never wore a bra my first pregnancy. So I didn't know any better, but now of course I do. But are you ready to unbox the Mom Cozy? And this is the double pump. I'm so excited. They look so beautiful.